It's the Daily Dog.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Doug. Thanks for being with me today. My friends, on this Thursday, May 25th of 2023, I had a completely different video prepped and planned. I will get to that one another time, but I am changing course today, and I have a very good reason for doing so. The Queen of Rock and Roll, Tina Turner, has passed away. We heard the news yesterday via a statement from her publicist, who said that her death comes after she suffered numerous illnesses in recent years, including intestinal cancer and stroke and kidney failure. Tina Turner is simply the best, right? And we call her the Queen of Rock and Roll for good reason. She broke down stereotypes and broke through all sorts of barriers of culture, of ethnicity, of style, of substance, of fashion. The absolute best. And she, I think, is going to be remembered for such a long time. I think her legacy will continue on, not only in her music, but just through what she accomplished in her personal life as a human being in this society. She is one of the greats. And I wanted to take a few minutes today and pay tribute to her and to her career. And so we're going to listen to a couple of songs of hers today. I'm going to give you a little bit of information, a little bit more into her life and to some of the things that she accomplished. And I'm happy that you're with me. It's something that hit me hard when I heard this yesterday, so I quickly wanted to get this video prepared and recorded. So thanks for hanging out with me as we spend a little time thinking about Tina Turner. Her birth name is Anna Mae Bullock. Anna Mae. She was born in 1939 in November of that year in the small town of Nutbush, Tennessee. I have never been to Nutbush, but I know the part of the country where that is because my family is originally from Northeast Arkansas, and Nutbush is in the western part of Tennessee, not far from the Mississippi River. She got started as a musician, like many people in her era got started by singing in her local church choir. She later on joined a local R&B band called the Kings of Rhythm in 1957, and that's where she met Ike Turner. And she soon changed her name to Tina as she began to gain a following. So she and Ike went on to become one of the best live bands of that era, churning out hit after hit after hit, including It's Gonna Work Out Fine, River Deep, Mountain High, Proud Mary, and Nutbush City Limits. They were huge, absolutely huge, Ike and Tina. And by the mid-1970s, though, Ike was very heavily addicted to cocaine, and he was also quite abusive to Tina throughout their relationship. And after an altercation in Dallas in 1976, Tina fled her relationship with Ike and filed for divorce. The divorce became finalized in 1978, and that left her a bit financially and artistically unstable. She wasn't quite sure where to go yet, and it would be all the way until 1984, 6 years later, when she released Private Dancer, which was her fifth studio album, solo album, and that reestablished her as a superstar musician. Unbelievable album. It's got What's Love Got to Do with It on it, Better Be Good to Me, Let's Stay Together, an Al Green cover, and the title song, Private Dancer. She she followed that up with the album Break Every Rule in 1986, and with the album For an Affair in 1989. And it's that album, For an Affair in 1989, that included her offering of the song called The Best, and that has gone on to become one of her signature tunes. So that's the one that I want to start with today, The Best. This is actually a cover song, and I didn't realize this until literally today, y'all. It was written by Holly Knight and Mike Chapman, and it was first recorded by the Welsh singer Bonnie Tyler. and that was released in 1988. Tina's version came out the next year in 89. So let's listen to Tina, and we'll be viewing the official music video for The Best. Here's Tina Turner. Off we go. I think I was 12 when this came out.
I call you, I need you, my heart's on fire.
And it's got that hopeful ascending line. It starts in the voice,
Come to me wild and wild.
and then it's echoed in the music.
You come to me, give me everything I need. Give me a lifetime of promises and a world of dreams.
The melody is just simply going up the scale. Starts on soul. C, D,
You know what it means.
the E is a leading tone, and we're landing an F, which is the key of the song.
And it can't be wrong.
6.
Take my heart and make it strong. You're simply the best. Better than all the rest.
Classic, right? Such power in her vocal. There's such just a gut about her. She's connecting right to us. Even in the video, one of the things that made her such a dynamic performer, being right in the moment and connecting with these songs and with the people that are hearing them.
Every night and every day. In your eyes, I get lost, I get washed away. Just as long as I'm here in your arms, I could be in no better place. You're simply the best.
Do, re, fa, mi. That's that little motive. Do, re, fa, mi. Also works over the 6 chord, over the D chord. And it just allows us to go around with the double neighbor, the third of the key. Bum, bum, and land on that major third. So this reverses the chord progression before. Back down to 4. Just basic chords. To the 5. New 5. And a new key. Right up by step. Dynamic saxophone player too. You know, I remember over the years seeing, I don't even know how many brands, y'all. I think Pepsi did a commercial. Like car manufacturers co-opted this song. Sports teams. Yeah. Classic. Absolutely iconic tune. And it's put right in the right key for her to have her vocal fit just right. Yeah, I saw so many ads that make use of this to up their brand, and you know, who better to partner with than Tina Turner, right? The other thing that this song has really revealed to me is just in the last couple of years. I became a big fan of the show Schitt's Creek, and if you know that show as well, you know where I'm going with this. I came to really more deeply appreciate the nuance and the real beauty of this song by seeing it covered and presented within the narrative of that particular show, Schitt's Creek. In the show, it was a very poignant moment, and it was an acoustic cover version offered in a little, like a small venue, and it was none of the big production. It was just a voice and a guitar, and it was still just sublimely beautiful. So no matter what the context of the song, it's really, really great. And boy, she can sing, can't she? One of the best. Simply the best, actually, right? So I'm going to go to another one of her quite iconic songs to finish out, and that's Proud Mary. Y'all, how could I do this without including Proud Mary? The thing is, Proud Mary, most of us will remember, was written by John Fogerty and was released by Creedence Clearwater Revival in early 1969. Tina and Ike released their version of it 2 years later in 1971. There are tons of versions of this particular song done by Tina, studio versions, many live versions. But I was drawn to a performance of this that she did in 2009. I was like, what's that going to look like? She was 69 years old in this video when she's performing, y'all. This comes from her YouTube channel, and we're just going to watch Tina be Tina for a few minutes. Here's Proud Mary from Tina Turner.
Her name is Proud Mary.
I mean, look at her. Halfway between her 69th and 70th year.
Every now and then,
And she's got
we kind of like to do things
some lovely ladies up on stage with her, but she is ruling that stage.
easy. But somehow, we never, ever seem to do nothing completely nice.
The crowd knows what's
And
coming,
easy.
and she's going to milk it with all that she has and stretch this out and really make it an event.
You know why?
Such connection and flair.
You know why?
Why, Tina?
Because we like to do it. I say, we like to do it.
Get on with yourself, Tina.
And we like to do it nice and round.
I'm paying attention.
Now, we're going to take the beginning of this song
Little iconic move there, too.
and do it.
I remember her doing this with Beyonce on stage, and Beyonce just following right along with her.
And then,
I don't care if they just play the one chord the whole time. It's a D flat chord, by the way.
then, we're going to do the finish. Nice. And round.
I Another thing that I read today, she has the Guinness World Record for the largest paid audience for a solo concert by a female. Guinness World Record holder. Okay. No matter what tempo they're doing this in, it's backbeat. Chromatic motion up to the 5, then a little bottom up to the 6. It's fun. Okay, y'all. Look at her go. Great. Then the riff turns it minor instead of a major key. It's a riff from the parallel minor version of the key. Then it goes back major when it lands. I mean, where would we be without this song? I know that y'all have asked that about me several times. Like, where have you been? This has been the soundtrack of my life, Doug. I mean, even I know Proud Mary. That's the flat 7 that starts that off. Then the minor 3rd down to 1. Break it down, Tina. Got my shaker.
If you come down to the river, I bet you're gonna find some people who live. And you don't have to worry.
Nice. Oh, no.
People on the river are happy to give. We'll keep on turning.
Look at her go.
Rolling on the river.
One of the best live performers of all time. Of all time. Man, we're gonna miss her. She's in her late 60s, almost 70 in this. I'm in my mid 40s and I can't even do it like that, y'all. Never could, but still. Wow. know to be a person in the audience, you'd be absolutely levitating. And she's doing all that in high heels, too. Taking their bows, they leave the stage, and there she is. Just amazing. Finish it. Reborrowing a little bit of that parallel minor scale for that ending riff. There we go. It's a really special song, isn't it? And we forget that, John Fogerty wrote it. And I think it's part of the brilliance of the song. It equally speaks, I think, to people of very different backgrounds, ethnicities, social status, that sort of thing. The Proud Mary, of course, is a boat, right? The riverboat, the steamboat going up and down the river, the riverboat queen. And the singer of the song is a person who is just needing a fresh start, a rebirth of sorts, right? And so the singer had a good job, but it was one with relatively low wages and not a whole lot of room for advancement. And so with some courage and some imagination, the singer, or our protagonist in this story, sets out on the Proud Mary to escape what was and forge a path to see what lies ahead. And in her own personal life, that applies to her in a few different major turning points in her life. And so when she sings it, she means it, doesn't she? I mentioned the Guinness World Record thing. The largest paid audience for a solo concert by a female artist, 180,000 people in Rio de Janeiro in 1988 came to watch her perform. Unbelievable. Wow. Let's get to some of her accolades and her legacy a bit. Let's start with her influence on other artists. I mean, I can't imagine the careers of people like Beyonce or Rihanna or Mary J. Blige in any of the similar contexts to the way that these wonderful performers have had in their own career. I mean, they were, I think, directly impacted by Tina's music, by her fashion choices, by her performance style. She, during her career, she just bust open some of the stereotypes and the biases, and she definitely, I think, expanded representation in the music industry for African American women. She has a legacy of empowerment as well. She has advocated for women's rights, and she has been quite open about her own experiences with domestic abuse. And she's definitely helped so many people with her openness and her communication about that. She had a major motion picture made about her that was released in 1993, and at the time she was just in her mid-50s, and she gets one of the great biopics about a person's life made about her, and Angela Bassett was brilliant as Tina Turner in that movie. She went on to become a member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. She has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. She is a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award winner. and she won a Kennedy Center honoree award as well. And that's just the tip of the iceberg, y'all. But I think more than anything, her philanthropic work, her legacy there. She established the Tina Turner Foundation to support victims of abuse and those suffering from mental health issues. So along the way, she provided us with a great musical soundtrack and great music, but she also showed up as a human, and she had experiences and tough experiences and experiences of great joy, and she was open about all of that, and it helps the rest of us to deal with our own journey and see some of the struggles in our own lives reflected in those of others, especially those that are very well known and successful in their careers, to know that they're just human and they're trying the best they can with all the rest of us to try to figure out this crazy existence. And so with that, y'all, I'm going to say rest in peace, Tina Turner, formerly known as Anna Mae Bullock. Yeah, she's one that's going to be definitely missed. A real large hole in the musical family at large has been created by her passing. And I'm thankful to be able to take a few minutes today and to pay tribute to her and to her legacy and to her music. So on behalf of all of us, I say thank you to Tina Turner for all that you did for all of us. And so to the rest of you, I say thank you for being with me, and we will see you next time on another edition of The Daily Doug.